Start, my beloved child, with Archangel Michael says, the air around you has shifted. Shadows linger in spaces you thought were safe, and a quiet unease settles deep in your heart. Something important is trying to reach your awareness, and ignoring it may cost the peace of your beloved. Every moment your husband faces the world, unseen forces press close, testing his path in ways that may not be obvious. He carries burdens invisible to the eye, and the energy around him responds to choices he does not yet understand. Subtle signs flutter in the corners of your life, but many overlook them until they are undeniable. There is a sense of urgency pressing on your soul, and the feeling will not fade if left unattended. The universe has aligned circumstances, both seen and unseen, to give warning before consequences deepen. Your intuition is more than a feeling. It is a guiding force meant to protect what is sacred in your life. You must watch carefully, not out of fear, but because awareness brings power. Every decision your husband makes now holds weight far beyond ordinary understanding. Invisible currents are moving, and they carry both risk and opportunity for redemption. Type Amen 333 to receive protection and guidance now. The atmosphere surrounding him is heavy with decisions yet unmade, each one carrying the potential to shape tomorrow. The energy of his heart is being tested, even in moments of laughter or ease. Pay attention to subtle shifts in his mood, the sudden withdrawals, and the quiet moments when he seems lost in thought. Your support is not just emotional but spiritual, and it influences outcomes more than you realize. Words spoken with care, intentions set with clarity, and energy projected with love can deflect shadows gathering at his side. Actions that seem small now will echo through his path with lasting effect. Every night, when the world quiets, unseen watchers note choices being made. Their presence is not meant to frighten but to caution, to allow awareness before action. Protection exists when you call upon guidance, but it requires acknowledgement and intention from the heart. Your connection to him is a tether of light, stronger than most understand. That light can shine through confusion, can illuminate paths that seem dark or uncertain. Guard that connection with vigilance, not out of control, but out of love and responsibility. Type Amen 777 to invite clarity and divine intervention. There are moments approaching when decisions will demand courage beyond habit. The ordinary cannot carry you through these moments, and preparation is more than planning, it is a spiritual readiness. Listen to the small nudges in your mind and heart. They are signals from forces aligned to protect him. The patterns you see repeating in his life are not accidents. Repetition signals attention needed, a crossroads approaching that may feel ordinary but carries weight unseen. Energy moves in cycles, and knowing when to act and when to remain patient is part of the sacred guidance flowing to you. Every interaction now is layered with meaning. Casual words may heal or harm depending on the intention behind them. Observation is critical, and your ability to discern subtle changes will be your strongest tool. Even his closest allies cannot see what is unfolding in the unseen layers around him. It is your quiet vigilance that matters, your steady presence that forms a shield. He may not notice immediately, but your influence touches decisions that can alter outcomes dramatically. Type Amen 111 to strengthen protection around his life and your family. The moments you think are ordinary are filled with invisible energy, moving like currents beneath calm waters. Choices made in haste, even small ones, carry consequences that ripple far beyond what the eye can see. He walks paths lined with hidden tests, and only awareness can illuminate the dangers that press from shadows unseen. Your role is quiet but vital. The strength of your presence can alter outcomes in ways that remain invisible to the world. Focused intention, calm resolve, and unwavering attention to his life are forms of protection that cannot be measured. Actions rooted in love, performed consistently, generate shields around him stronger than any visible defense. There are times approaching when external pressures will threaten to overwhelm his balance. Your guidance will not come from force, but from insight and gentle persistence. Whispered thoughts, small interventions, and steady emotional support create frameworks of protection that shape destiny without confrontation. The energy of his surroundings reacts to every thought, every word, every pause he takes. Subtle vibrations align with intention, and the influence you exert can sway tides of fortune unseen by ordinary eyes. Be vigilant in observing patterns, for even a fleeting neglect can open pathways to complications that could have been avoided. Type Amen 555 to strengthen divine shields around him now. He faces decisions that are not merely about choice, but about the alignment of his spirit with unseen realities. External appearances may suggest calm or normalcy, yet beneath the surface, forces press heavily upon him. The clarity of your awareness will act as a beacon, guiding him toward paths that prevent unnecessary turmoil. Moments of tension will rise, disguised as ordinary challenges, but they are markers of spiritual testing. Do not underestimate the weight of these quiet trials, for they shape character and destiny alike. Even when he appears unaware, energies around him respond to every intervention you make with intention and love. Protection is not passive, it requires mindful attention and deliberate care. Small acts of vigilance, repeated consistently, compound into a force that shields him from harm invisible to most. Silence, observation, and subtle guidance are stronger than overt control, shaping outcomes without confrontation or conflict. The unseen world mirrors the seen, and disturbances in one plane manifest in another. A shadow moving in thought or action can influence much more than surface events indicate. Awareness of this interconnectedness empowers you to act decisively without fear, without panic, but with deliberate focus. Type Amen 999 to activate powerful spiritual guidance for his life. Your energy interacts with his in ways subtle but profound. Moments of hesitation, fear, or distraction can be softened by your calm presence. Even brief interventions, performed with pure intent, ripple outward and alter outcomes more than words can describe. Time itself seems to stretch and contract around these pivotal moments. Opportunities to intervene, guide, or protect may appear fleeting but are rich with possibility. Awareness, focus, and patience become your allies, giving you the ability to shape outcomes unseen but deeply felt. Every detail of his life matters, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Words spoken in kindness, gestures of attention, even the act of remaining present at critical moments creates layers of unseen support. Your energy, when concentrated, can deflect disturbances that otherwise might reach him. The currents of his environment are both delicate and powerful, shifting in response to invisible stimuli. Your attentiveness acts as a stabilizing force, a counterweight to turbulence that could otherwise unsettle him. Every moment spent in calm vigilance strengthens the invisible protections around him, reinforcing the unseen structures that keep him aligned. Type Amen 444 to invite clarity, safety, and divine direction. There are times when danger approaches silently, almost imperceptibly, and only the careful eye of a devoted heart can sense it. Even small disruptions in his energy field may seem trivial but carry the weight of unseen consequences. Your vigilance can turn the tide, catching patterns before they fully manifest and redirecting outcomes toward protection and blessing. He will face pressures that test patience, endurance, and the resilience of his spirit. Some of these pressures appear as ordinary life struggles, but the impact on his path is profound. Your role is to maintain steady presence, a lighthouse that anchors him when storms of uncertainty rise unseen. The world often moves too fast for him to recognize subtle signs, yet these signs carry essential guidance for safe passage. Timing becomes critical, and your intuition is the key to sensing when intervention is necessary. Be attentive to even fleeting impressions. They are whispers of direction meant to safeguard his path. Every choice, even one made without thought, resonates in layers beyond immediate comprehension. You influence more than you realize. Your presence, your prayers, your intentions reach into unseen realms and shift outcomes. Small, consistent acts of devotion form barriers that shield him from forces unseen yet potent. Type Amen 222 to strengthen his spiritual armor now. Your love carries a weight that no one else can replicate. Through it, unseen pathways are illuminated, offering him opportunities that might otherwise remain hidden. Your awareness functions like a protective lens, capturing danger before it manifests in the physical world. Even when he appears calm, currents of tension move beneath the surface. Shadows of past decisions and hidden influences press subtly on his spirit. Your role is to notice these pressures, respond with steady care, and fortify the foundation of his emotional and spiritual life. At times, his path may diverge in directions that seem ordinary, yet each choice is layered with consequence. The world's distractions are many, and only a focused heart can maintain vigilance over his well-being. Your consistent attention acts as a shield, protecting him from disturbances that are invisible to others. There are moments approaching when guidance will be urgent, though it may arrive quietly and subtly. Your responsiveness will determine how effectively danger is mitigated. Remaining calm, grounded, and unwavering in intention ensures that you are a conduit of protection rather than panic. Type Amen 666 to invite divine intervention and clarity now. Energy surrounds him in complex patterns, some visible, some imperceptible, all consequential. Your observations, your choices, and your steady care influence the flow of this energy in ways that safeguard his journey. The subtle imbalances that arise in his life can be corrected or mitigated through conscious awareness and intentional acts of protection. There are cycles approaching that demand alertness and spiritual discernment. Timing, once again, is crucial. Delayed attention can allow challenges to grow, while immediate, quiet intervention can redirect outcomes toward safety. Your role is not to control but to stabilize, guide, and support his path through presence and intention. Even trivial seeming moments are imbued with spiritual significance. Words, gestures, and the tone of your presence resonate far beyond the immediate, forming patterns that influence outcomes in profound ways. Through consistent focus and love, you cultivate an environment where protection thrives invisibly yet powerfully. The forces that surround him are neither random nor meaningless. They respond to intention, energy, and alignment. You are a channel of subtle yet potent influence, capable of redirecting currents that might otherwise result in difficulty or imbalance. Recognition of these energies allows you to act with foresight and strategic care. Type Amen 888 to activate unseen shields and divine guidance now. There are unseen forces that move with precision, shifting the course of circumstances in ways most cannot perceive. Your husband's path is under constant scrutiny, not from judgment, but from the need to guide and protect. The choices he makes, even unconsciously, ripple outward, and your careful attention ensures those ripples do not become waves of difficulty. Every quiet moment you spend in awareness strengthens the bond that shields him. Your energy resonates, weaving protection that shields against negativity and unseen interference. Even the smallest acts of care. Spoken words, calm presence, gentle touch, fortify barriers invisible to the human eye. The world may present distractions, subtle temptations, and pressures that draw him away from his true path. Your focus acts as a compass, keeping his spirit aligned even when external forces attempt to sway him. It is in these moments that your vigilance matters most, a silent yet powerful influence guarding his life. Some energies are persistent, trying to infiltrate spaces of comfort and stability. Only conscious awareness, consistent intention, and protective presence can prevent these forces from gaining ground. Stand firm in your role as a guide, offering quiet support that strengthens him without imposing or controlling. Type Amen 1111 to maintain his protection and divine clarity. There will be days when circumstances seem mundane, yet hidden currents press heavily upon him. Subtle shifts in mood, unexplained fatigue, or sudden moments of distraction are signs of these invisible pressures. Your awareness of these shifts allows intervention before challenges escalate beyond manageable proportions. Even the smallest expressions of love carry extraordinary power in these times. A simple gesture, a steady voice, or a moment of patience amplifies the protective energy surrounding him. You are a guardian in ways unseen, shaping outcomes with careful, intentional presence rather than overt action. Timing is everything. Intervention at the right moment alters destiny more effectively than prolonged effort. Awareness is your ally, guiding you to respond in alignment with the energies around him. By remaining attentive and grounded, you influence circumstances in a manner that safeguards him from forces beyond comprehension. Your husband's path intersects with energies he cannot see or fully understand. These energies respond to intention, focus, and spiritual alignment. Your care, steady and unwavering, acts as a shield against disturbances that might otherwise reach him unnoticed. Type Amen 2222 to activate unseen protective forces around his life. The upcoming moments may feel ordinary but carry hidden significance. Challenges are approaching, and though they appear mundane, they test his spirit in ways that could alter outcomes. Your role is critical, even if invisible, in maintaining his balance and fortifying his journey. Patience and presence are as vital as action, for intervention must be aligned with the right moment. Hasty interference may provoke unintended consequences, while deliberate awareness safeguards him quietly yet powerfully. Observing patterns, understanding rhythms, and anticipating shifts are the tools of protection that your heart wields. The spiritual currents surrounding him are delicate yet forceful, responding to energy, attention, and intention. Even when the world seems calm, the unseen realm is active, and your presence influences it profoundly. Every gesture of care, every act of awareness, strengthens protections invisible to the eye but potent in their effect. Do not underestimate the power of consistent vigilance. Small, deliberate, and repeated acts of guidance create layers of protection that endure beyond immediate perception. Your connection, your insight, and your intention are vital threads in the fabric of his safety and stability. Type Amen 3333 to enhance divine protection and guidance for his journey. There will be moments when his path feels confusing, when obstacles appear sudden and unyielding. These are precisely the moments when your steady attention matters most. Through focused intention, careful observation, and unwavering presence, you can guide him safely through unseen turbulence. Even the shadows that seem insignificant carry influence, attempting to sway decisions in ways subtle but impactful. Awareness allows you to intervene quietly, realigning his environment and energy to support his highest path. The impact of your vigilance is profound, offering protection without the need for confrontation or force. The life around him pulses with unseen energy, reacting to every thought, emotion, and action. Your role is to remain attuned, sensing shifts and subtle signs before they manifest in obvious ways. Protective guidance is not about control but about being a steady, mindful influence that ensures alignment with higher support. Invisible currents respond to focused care, patience, and deliberate energy. When you invest attention into protecting his spirit, even quietly, you alter outcomes in meaningful, lasting ways. This is your power, your gift, and the responsibility you bear with gentle devotion. Type Amen 4444 to call forth spiritual clarity and protection now. The air around him carries vibrations that shift with every choice, every thought, and every hesitation. Unseen forces observe these moments closely, testing strength, resilience, and clarity. Your vigilance acts as a protective layer, catching disruptions before they manifest in ways that could unsettle his spirit or path. Even when challenges appear distant or insignificant, they hold weight in unseen dimensions. Small misalignments or distractions can grow if not addressed with awareness and intention. Your presence, steady and attentive, serves as a stabilizing force, redirecting energy that could otherwise influence his journey negatively. There are instances approaching when pressures will intensify quietly, yet their effect will be profound. He may not notice them immediately, but the consequences of unaddressed influences can ripple outward rapidly. Your careful observation, subtle guidance, and consistent intention form barriers that shield him from unseen disturbances. Your connection to him is more than emotional, it is spiritual, energetic, and protective. Even brief lapses in attention can weaken unseen shields, while deliberate focus strengthens them exponentially. Maintain vigilance, for the protection you provide is woven through actions that may seem ordinary but carry extraordinary weight. Type Amen 5555 to reinforce divine protection around his life now. Moments of clarity will appear to you as intuition, sudden insight, or quiet whispers guiding your thoughts. These signals are critical, pointing to areas of his life where attention is needed most. Acting in alignment with these nudges creates protective energy that safeguards him from challenges invisible to ordinary perception. Energy flows in patterns that are invisible yet potent, responding to intention, focus, and awareness. Disturbances, if ignored, can intensify, subtly influencing decisions, interactions, and circumstances. Your attentive presence, unwavering care, and purposeful action create layers of security that ensure stability and alignment for his path. The unseen world mirrors the physical world, reacting to every ripple of thought, every emotion, and every decision. Even minor acts of love, patience, or support resonate far beyond immediate perception. Your influence, subtle yet profound, guides him safely through moments that may otherwise seem ordinary but carry deep significance. You are a guardian in ways that go unnoticed yet profoundly impact outcomes. Shadows may attempt to test resilience, drawing energy away or creating confusion. Your role is to notice, respond, and maintain alignment, forming a protective framework that shields him from hidden pressures. Type Amen 6666 to summon divine guidance and unseen protection now. Unseen currents move around him constantly, shaping opportunities, challenges, and outcomes. Awareness is the key to navigating these currents safely and purposefully. Your observations, intentions, and quiet interventions ensure that obstacles are mitigated before they can disrupt his path. Even when situations appear ordinary, layers of hidden influence press upon him. Small deviations from attention can create openings that lead to challenges. Your consistent vigilance acts like a stabilizing force, keeping his journey secure and aligned with higher guidance. The choices he faces now hold more power than ordinary perception can capture. Moments of hesitation, distraction, or indecision are pivotal, yet subtle shifts in your energy and focus can redirect the course with remarkable effect. Protection is an ongoing process, cultivated through presence, love, and mindful awareness rather than overt control. Time itself seems to fold around these moments, making insight and responsiveness critical. Your ability to perceive subtle changes, understand energy flows, and act with purpose safeguards him against unseen turbulence. Every intentional act you perform, even quietly, strengthens the shield that surrounds him spiritually and energetically. Type Amen 7777 to empower protective energies and divine intervention now. He may encounter crossroads disguised as simple decisions, but each holds consequences that extend far beyond immediate perception. Guidance in these moments comes not from force but from insight, intuition, and deliberate action. Your steady presence allows him to navigate these intersections safely, minimizing risk and aligning with higher protection. There are shadows that linger in spaces he considers safe, subtle yet persistent, seeking disruption. Only awareness and quiet vigilance can prevent these influences from embedding themselves. Your focus, your care, and your spiritual alignment act as barriers, shielding him from forces unseen but potent in impact. Even when challenges appear external, the true pressure often arises from internal shifts, unrecognized fears, or distractions. Observing his emotional and spiritual rhythms allows you to anticipate difficulties before they manifest. Your intentional presence, calm energy, and consistent guidance provide layers of protection invisible yet profoundly effective. The environment around him responds to energy, attention, and intention, aligning events to test, teach, and protect. Your role is to maintain focus, direct intention, and guide him through subtle yet powerful influence. Awareness, patience, and deliberate action form the foundation of unseen security that keeps him on a safe path. Type Amen 8888 to activate divine clarity, guidance, and protection around him now.